All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome. It's Tuesday, June 16th, and I'm very excited to have another team member training tonight. We're going to be doing some Facebook 101. So get your notebooks ready. You're going to get some great nuggets. We've done trainings before, but I think we have so many new people. It's worth repeating, and I always learn something new every time we do this. So I threw this suggestion out to Lauren probably late last night. She must have been in bed by then because it was late my time. And this morning she replied and she said, "You mean next week, right?" And I said, "No, today." So I am just so thrilled. She said, "Sure, absolutely." So you know what? That's what leaders do. Leaders step up. Leaders are fluid and flexible, and they're willing to just get out of their comfort zone. So, she ran away. I'm here. I'm yelling to John downstairs. So I'm looking forward to it because Lauren was on a training with somebody who's not in our company, but just does a lot of training, Max, who I know him as well. So I'm excited to learn some stuff and review some other things. So I'd like to introduce Lauren Ross from Canada, Eastern Canada. So take it away.
Nice.
Okay, so let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see the full screen?
It's coming. It's
Yes.
coming. I see I see your sidebar. Okay, now it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you see it? Okay, so as Stephanie said, I was doing this training, and I think I've decided after the training that I'm an owl now. I'm no longer a type A personality in our animal world, Stephanie. But the training course was interesting. Only because of the way it was presented. I do in my day job, my full-time job, I do a lot of Six Sigma and a lot of process work. So I do process maps all day long. So I'm very methodical and very process oriented. So I need step by step. That's how I think. I think very logically and flowing and step oriented. So just the way that he presented it, it's yeah, I told Stephanie today, you know what, 99.9% of it, she's already told me, but the way that it was presented just kind of clicked a little bit. So, maybe just when Stephanie and I were talking is maybe, just hearing it a different way, it clicks a little better sometimes. So hopefully you'll get something out of it. I learned a lot, and I'm still learning and going through, but I'm happy to share what I've learned. And if any of it helps you or works for you, or if anybody wants to reach out for more information, I can certainly do that. All you have to do is send me a chat, okay? And of course, questions as we go along. I'll just have to move my screen. So because can you guys see that okay? I have a lot of lines in my screen.
Yeah, I see those lines too. I'm not sure what that's about.
Yeah.
I don't know. So luckily it's just the agenda. So just some of the things I'm going to talk about is some quick Facebook statistics. There's a lot of statistics about Facebook that are amazing. We're going to talk about reasons people join Facebook, the types of users on Facebook, how to create a compelling profile, and how to identify potential customers. Just in this, I didn't think I had any more time for anything else. So if Stephanie wants, and as I learn more, we can certainly add another little session. So, why is it not moving? Okay. Can everybody see that? My screen's right in the way there. So, Facebook, interesting. There's I pulled these statistics off their page today, actually off their corporate page today on Google, and they have 936 million daily active users as of the end of March. They have 798 million mobile daily active users as of the end of March. And 1.44 billion, that's a billion monthly active users as of the end of March. Like, this is a huge source, and that's why everybody is making so much off of Facebook. It's just unlimited potential. 1.25 billion mobile monthly active users as of the end of March. and approximately 82.8% of our daily active users are outside of the US and Canada. 82, almost 83%. So this is, can you guys see my screen? If I move this over.
Yeah,
I see some lines there.
There's some lines there, but I can see it.
So
I can see it too, Steph. That's great.
So what's interesting that I found, there's all these stats, and I'll be happy to pass them along to if Stephanie wants to add them in. 96%, I believe it is, if memory serves me right, of the age group 18 to 35, 96% are on mobile.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the old way of email was 90 minutes to reply to an email. It is 90 seconds to reply on Facebook.
Wow.
Crazy. The percent, 48% of Facebook users log in any given day. Like that's half of 1.44 billion people log in every day. They have, which I found interesting, there's 70 languages on Facebook. And there's 7 million apps and websites integrated with Facebook. It's crazy, the stats. I'm a statistics nut, so this just makes me happy. And the scary thing is 81 million number of fake Facebook profiles.
Wow.
Okay?
Give that number again?
81 million.
Wow.
So they're just some stats. There's a lot more that I didn't go into, but you can just literally just go into Google and type in Facebook statistics, and the websites are crazy. They have, and I couldn't even report on all of them. There's separate sections for mobile, for the computer one, the mobile, and then there's another one. Like there's just so much data out there. It's crazy. So you wonder why Facebook is a really good resource, and to get on Facebook, it is the easiest way to connect with billions of potential either product users or business builders. Talk about diamonds in your backyard, Steph.
Yeah.
So I learned that there are people join Facebook for 5 reasons. They do it to date. They do it to stay connected to current friends. They do it to network with other people. They do it to maintain relationships as they move away and stuff and such. And then the last one is people sign up for sales, and selling violates the terms of service agreement with Facebook. So, which is why in Isagenix we're always cautioned about the do's and the don'ts on Facebook. It's because that overt selling violates their terms of service, and they can shut you down and put you in Facebook jail. So there's 4 types of users that people can be categorized into Facebook. There's the eager socializer, the e-marketing socializer, the reluctant socializer, and the MIA socializer, which stands for missing in action. And I'm going to break down all 4 of them for us. So the eager socializer usually has a follow me button. Their profile is usually filled with information. The about me section on their page is absolutely complete, and they actively post and share. There's a lot more, but these were the nuggets. They are your potential customers and business builders. The e-marketing socializer are usually selling something. They're real estate, cars, health and wellness coaches, you name it. They're selling something. Their profiles mostly are about business. They have limited personal information on their page. They are potential customers and business builders as well. The reluctant socializer is limited or minimal personal information. They only want to socialize with family, existing friends, or coworkers, and they usually will not accept a friend request from a friend of a friend. So the only way you can talk to a reluctant socializer is be in their inner circle, and it is hard to crack into their circle. They are not, I'm saying they're not potential customers and business builders. They could be, but they'd be a lot of energy. And then there's the missing in action socializer, or the MIA. This is the abandoned Facebooker. Usually they created a page because a friend told them they could make money on Facebook somehow. They created an account and it didn't work out, so they abandoned the page. Stay away from these. The Facebook algorithms are attached to these to weed out the network marketing sales on Facebook. They are not potential customers or business builders. Right? So they have very limited information on their page, no picture, blah, 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 the whole bit. So people's picture on a Facebook page and the contents of their page should or will reveal their agenda on Facebook. Just by looking at their picture, you should be able to tell what their agenda is and put them into one of those 4 socializers categories. Like Stephanie's always saying, it's called Facebook. It's not called blue face, blue character, right? Facebook, it's Facebook. Want to see your face. Connecting. It's talking to people. That's why Facebook was built. It was to network people together. It was not a selling site. It's a people connector. And a lot of people on Facebook get turned off. They don't want sales in their face. Mm-hmm. So the training that I've been doing is part of, it's called attraction marketing. And what that is attracting people to your page and actually being silent on your business piece. And people gain the trust and the like for you, not your product. So just aside. So part of the training that I was on was our job is to sift and sort through our connections and find quality people who need a solution we can share. We have solutions. We have products that work. We know that. It's finding quality people that we can connect with to share our products, and quite frankly, without 97 touch points. There will be the people we will drip on, but like Chelsea did, right? People that are 45 minutes, they're ready. You sift and sort through the quality, and just by looking at their Facebook page, if they're eager socializers, they're going to accept a friend request to chat them up. Don't have to chat about business, but you can start the conversation. You can friend them. You can get the connections. And when you can get those connections, just like LinkedIn, you go first, second, third degree connections, you're opening up your Facebook potential into the millions just by the power of separation, right? Knowing the profiles helps with this process to target meaningful leads for us. And the course was to not focus on selling, because that turns people off. It's focusing on whether, like the GoPro, whether there's a potential sale to be made by the energy and the effect in it and the touch points, just like GoPro, right? If you're going to confirm, you want to make sure that when you go through the steps, there's something at the end of it for you. They're either going to take a look or whatever. This is the same thing, but you're using Facebook and you're using chats and likes and connecting.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren?
Yeah.
Did he say anything specifically about people like not having a profile picture, but having, a cartoon or a picture of their dog? Or
Yep. Next, coming in.
Oh, okay.
Stay tuned. So one of the things that was really important was to create a compelling profile and to really make sure you position yourself and tell your story. Brand yourself and ask yourself how you want to be seen by others. Do you want to be the happy person with a great lifestyle or the expert in something? you need to make a decision on how you want to be portrayed or how you want to be thought of on Facebook, and brand yourself that way. Get in that mode and stay there, right? So do you want to be the happy person everybody wants to follow? Oh, I want to go to Tahiti, I want to go to Bora Bora or whatever, you know, because of your pictures, I want to travel. Or do you want to be the expert that everybody says, oh, you know, somebody's a trainer or somebody's this, right? You want to be the expert in something, you need to set up your Facebook page so that it talks about that. Your Facebook page is your sales pitch for connecting with people without mentioning business at all.
Right.
So filling out your about section. This is where you tell your story, and you want to complete as many sections on your profile page as possible. This allows you to access a greater network of people. The more sections on your Facebook page that you fill out, the more connections you can find when you hit that search bar and you search. Like for me, I put in sailing. The minute I put in sailing, because it's in my page, it actually will find me and search for people that do that in my area, right? So that I can connect with. You will be able to friend people with the same likes and hobbies. The more you have on your Facebook page, when you go to friend somebody, or if you want to chat with a friend of a friend, they can go to your Facebook page, read all about you before they ever accept your friend request, and know what you're about, and you know, and know you, right? So
That's important about you.
Right? So, and I'll show you at this, I'll walk you through my page. I made a lot of changes in the last few days on my page. I've been updating. One of the things you want to do to make a compelling profile is to make as many privacy settings as you can public. You want people to see your page. You want people to be able to send you friend requests. You want it as public as possible. You want your posts to go out global. You want to attempt to get them viral, right? Because if you can get one of your posts viral, you're laughing, right? It can be seen by thousands, hundreds of thousands, tons and tons of people. Set your follower section public. You have a follower section. People can follow you. You can turn on a follow button so people can follow you. Then all of a sudden, guess what? You're an eager socializer, and everybody can friend you, and you can friend them. Set your notifications as open as possible. Excuse me. Set your timeline so you have to approve what goes on your timeline. You never want your timeline or your friends public. You want to be able to control who can put anything on your timeline, and you want to be able to hide all your friends so that when you open your Facebook page public, that other network marketers can't try and prospect your friends. So you hide them. And it's easy. They're mouse clicks. So set your tagging to public so you can be tagged and you can tag other people. This increases your reach. If you can tag people like friends of friends, if you can tag them, you're hitting their friends list as well. And then all of a sudden, I was telling Stephanie, I did a couple yesterday. I had 2 people I friended, I never met, liked my post. I started talking with them, and I've opened dialogue with them. I have no idea who these people are, right? But I'm starting the conversation, right? Your picture and your banner.
Hold on a sec, Lauren. Sir, I don't understand what you mean. Set it so you can tag people. I don't know that setting.
So in the tag, I'll show you on my page because I've got my Facebook page open. You can actually set it so people can tag you in all of your Facebook.
Right. But you said set it so I can tag other people.
Yeah, you can tag.
No, I know, but I don't know that there's a setting for that. I do tag other people. I didn't know there was a special setting for that.
To open up your tag, I believe, yes. I'll go and make sure I didn't misspeak, but yes, we'll check it, Stephanie.
Okay, cool. Great, because I want people to know where to go with
Yep,
everything
and
you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Yes, thanks.
Your picture and your banner. Your picture should be as professional as possible. Wear makeup. Professional is great, you know, as long as it looks professional. I mean, and this goes for men too. A little bit of, you know, concealer under the eyes to, you know, for the circles. It does. You know what? It pops. It just is a nicer picture. And your picture should fill the frame. It should be about you. You should be the picture on your profile. And it should fill the frame and be professional. You don't want dogs, you don't want cats, you don't want children, you don't want horses, animals, cars, whatever. Your picture should be you. You're representing, it's your brand. You want people to recognize you and you want people to look at you. People will judge you by what you have on your profile. They want to see your face. The banner can be your lifestyle. That is whether it is things you want, or, you know, a Porsche. That could be your dreams. It could be a lifestyle you want. It could be your hobbies. Your banner is what you change all the time. And every time you change it, you will get likes. And you will have people liking that you changed your picture. And that's an opening to a connection. Every like and every comment that is outside your circle is a potential connection to a prospect. It may or may not go anywhere, but at least you're opening the conversation to ask questions.
I just want to say one thing, if I may interject. Absolutely. About the profile picture. You know, I used to have like professionally done ones. That was my profile forever and ever. And actually the most likes I ever got was that crazy one I have now. That, I mean, people, because I think people, especially people who know me, they know that that's just so me, this crazy photo. So if it's not going to be, and I absolutely agree, Lauren, that it should be a really good picture, nicely lit. Your face should fill the screen, probably better without sunglasses. I used to have sunglasses on mine all the time. But failing that, have it you doing something you love, still visible, or just exemplifying who you are. You know, fun, something really fun, not too serious. And lighting is really important in that.
Yeah. Well, and it's your brand, right? So how you brand yourself is, you know, I agree. Let's see. And you should change your picture regularly. And as you change your picture regularly, it will create likes or a comment, which is the first step in connecting and sharing our gift. Likes and comments on any post are the start of a conversation. So just because, and I tried this the last few days, I've put some stuff on my page as a test just to see. And I had people liking things that I didn't even know. And I reached out to them and just, you know, literally said, thank you so much, you know, and I used their name. Thank you, Terry, for liking my post. You know, what, you know, and that happened to be about a sailboat. So I opened up the conversation to say, you know, are you a sailor too? You know, because she had made a funny comment about putting the rails in the water and how fun it is. And so just some of the verbiage she said, you know, just tweak me. And so there's a connection there that's on, it's absolutely nothing business related. It's all about sailing, right? But at least starts the conversation for a two-way conversation at some point, right? Just to keep it going. And it's about them. I didn't say a word about me. I just asked her questions, right? So it's just interesting, right? It's just the attraction piece there that you were talking about, Stephanie, right? Some of the things that we don't want to do, nothing about the products, but you want general interest, right? When you post, anything on your site, you should copy and paste. You never want to share it because you're pulling everything with it when you post it. So you want a fresh post. You want to pull it from the source if you can, then post and make a comment on the top and make it personal to you, and then share it, right? It's much cleaner, and people are more apt to share it when they don't see all this other stuff with it, right? It's a cleaner picture. People will buy from whom they know and trust and like. If they don't see anything on your page, and I'm going to go right back to your page, if they don't see anything on their page that they like, you know, they won't connect with you. They won't do anything. They won't accept a friend request. A lot of people go, you know, if they see a friend request, they go right to the page and look about, see what they're all about before they even do that, and see what they're getting themselves into, right? So, you know, back to who you are and what you're all about.
And you know what? It's absolutely true what you're saying, because I've had people who, you know, friend request me or whatever, or I connect with them, and then suddenly I'll get 28 likes on all my pictures from that one person. So they're looking, they're scrolling, they're looking at what's going on, and
and that the thing about the attraction marketing is when I open up my page, I'm just trying to be respectful of time. When I open up my page, there isn't anything Isagenix on my Facebook page. Not my business website. It's if they want to know what I do for a living, they have to ask me.
Yeah.
Right? They can see what I do as a full-time job, but you know, it's about the connections. And for me, what I'm just learning with this is, it's about the conversation. And in that normal conversation with being a human being and connecting with that person on a level that we have a like or a hobby or something in common, through that conversation, I hear the solution need and then bring it in eventually, but I'm not bringing it in and pouncing, right? I'm not selling. I'm literally just being a human being and a friend. And hey, by the way, you know, if you'd like to earn some extra money, oh, you know, what are you doing? You know, oh, well, here's a need. Well, would you be open to take a look? So, let's see. You always want to add
great.
value.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad you said that. It's great. Yeah.
Right? You always want to add value, right? Stephanie says, she's probably said it 1,000,000 times, right? People can look up Isagenix and buy it anywhere. That's, you know, it's what you're bringing with it that's really the sale point. Whether they like, know, trust you, and what value are you bringing to them as a person.
Right.
Right? Whether you want to comment on blogs, articles, things of interest, but it should be authentic to you, right? You should be engaging in comments and blogs and articles on things that interest you. It's not authentic otherwise, right? To me, it feels forced, personally. Pictures and videos, they get a ton of engagement on Facebook. People love them. And I've started putting in jokes the last couple of days, and they're getting a lot of likes and shares. And they're silly, right? They're one-liners, but you know, it's you know, I find something that resonates with how I'm feeling, I just throw it out there, and I've got people liking it. You know, just silly stuff. And it's about interacting with others, right? And finding that the like or the connection and just chatting, right? I can talk to, you know, 40 people at the same time on Facebook in a message, in a chat, whatever. You know, you can have multiple conversations going at the same time. You can be prospecting all day long. Even if you set your office hours, you can still, like, you know, I was working today, Stephanie and I are still chatting because I have my iPhone next to me, right? So if something pops up, I can still connect with somebody and say, hey, why'd you know, oh, you like that? Tell me what you liked about it. You know, was it with, you know, whatever, right? And it's just chatting. That's all it is. And then finding the solution, the one or two solutions that, you know, as a friend I can offer them, because that's really what it is, right? Nothing different than me saying, oh, you like, you know, I know you don't like steak, but, you know, I found this really great seafood restaurant. You know, I found this great product. So interacting with others, commenting and liking their posts, obviously, because commenting and liking other people's posts, commenting on them opens up your reach as well. And then when you do have the conversations with them, always ask open-ended questions to build those relationships. What are you doing? How you been? You know, because there's people I'm still reaching out to. I haven't talked to since high school. But, you know, so, you know, you're on Facebook. Hey, I haven't talked to you in forever. What have you been up to? What are you doing for, you know, what do you do for a living now? What, you know, and just leave them open-ended and let them go. And build the relationship. Facebook, birthdays, inbox them. People love to be recognized. It is, you know, just recognizing people for doing a good job or doing something. You know, people's birthday is a milestone for most people. Some of us don't really want to have anymore, but you know, I mean, they're important, right? They're important milestones, whatever it is. Kids graduating, whatever, they're milestones. You know, and to me, it's just being there and saying, hey, you know, not just about birthdays, right? But birthdays are important, and they pop up in your Facebook, like. You know, it's not that hard to do that. Or even, you know, it takes 30 seconds at the most to send somebody a happy birthday, even if you get 15 a day, you know. Anyway, so what I'm going to do very quickly, I don't know how we're doing on time. I've got my Facebook here.
One thing while you're doing that, I want to say about birthdays is I wish them a birthday on their timeline, and then if there's somebody that I can potentially connect with, I will also inbox them, say, so what are you doing to celebrate your special day? Because that's a question. That's not just a, hey, happy birthday.
Yeah.
That's a question to start a conversation.
Yep. No, for sure.
That's great stuff. Thanks.
So, can everybody see your Facebook?
No, I still see your PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you see it now? Oh, it won't screen. It said my screen sharing stopped. Hold on. Let's try this. I didn't realize can you see it now?
Not yet.
It's coming. Started. There it is.
Yeah, we got it.
I had problems with Zoom. So I went in. Your about section is here on your main page. And I'm trying to scroll. It's slow. But I've filled out every one of these. Where do I want to go? It's not scrolling. There we go. Woo! Now it's going to scroll too far. So details about me. So I wrote a story, nothing major, just where I grew up, what I like, what I've done for, you know, my career, you know, things that I like, and just something there for people to get an idea of what I like. I'm still critiquing it, but I put it up and I keep thinking about what I really want to say. And then I put a favorite quote down here by Richard Branson. And you can go into all this information on any one of your friends on Facebook. There is a wealth of knowledge literally at our fingertips. There is an overview. All of these I've filled in. now. Come on. Work and education. I've got them all filled out. If you want to just go into my Facebook page and look at them, because it's taking forever to load, I can see it. And one of the things that I did is you can do, and Stephanie probably has some insight on this too, is when you're on Facebook, you want to stay away from the politics, your political affiliations.
Right.
So I've left it blank, just because you can alienate so many people, and everybody's opinions are different, and they have folks can get in a lot of deep, dark conversations about it, and they're discreet. You could have two Democrats, and they could argue over politics. So it's just a source, right? There is obviously at the top, you have your homepage, your stream. You have the Find Friends. If you've got any, you've got the globe. There's a little triangle, little upside down triangle over here. And if you go to settings there, that's where you can set all those settings for notifications, whether it's public, whether it's private, all your posts. And make sure you set your language. If you speak multiple languages, click, that'll open up your reach. Christine, right? Put your languages there, because all of a sudden it opens up your reach. And this right is, and then down this left side, literally you just start working on your button. So here's the followers button. So you can have people follow you, or I've clicked it, it's just slow. So I just literally work through each one of these buttons. Right? So who can follow me? Everybody. It puts the follow button there. Who can comment on my post? Everybody any follower can comment. I can get notifications from them. Right? I haven't set up Twitter yet. That'll be a whole separate training Steph. Mobile, I'm trying to set up. I can't get Kudo to give me my confirmation code. Because of a lot of the younger, the start group, that age group is on mobile. I'm trying to set it up. I've activated. I don't have the confirmation code from Kudo. It's been 2 days. I've done it twice.
I actually have that turned off. It's too much. Because what that does, it puts everything that happens on Facebook, everything you have your notifications turned on for, sends it to your text messages, and I found that a bit much.
Yeah, but that age group, that start group, that's all they're on. Like that's to me, it's second nature to them. But I know,
but I don't need it going to my text message that I have a Facebook message, because I see it pop up already. It's like double, yeah. Yep. So.
But that's a choice.
You like to get your notifications, yeah.
Yeah. So all the notifications. I've got only important notifications, because I don't want, like you said, I don't want an email and a Facebook, because it's double, right?
Hey, Lauren, I got a question.
Yeah.
On the settings for reviewing posts, or review post friends tag you in before they appear on your timeline, you want that on, correct?
Yeah.
You always want to control what hits your timeline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because anybody that goes into your About page can see all of your historical posts. And if you don't control it, it's about branding, right? It's about self-branding and controlling the message. Right?
Mobile, yeah. No, I had that off, and I did recently have some someone tagged me in some posts that were pretty bad.
Yeah.
And I had to remove them from my timeline.
So how can I manage tags? People add and tagging suggestions, review tags, people hear stuff. When you're tagged in a post, who do you want to add to the audience if they aren't already in it? Like all these settings you can change. Who sees tag suggestions when photos that look like you are uploaded? It's not available to me yet, but that's interesting. So that's like, to me, that's almost like facial recognition. It kind of looks like you and bang.
Yeah, it does. It does do that.
Yeah, it's not available here yet, I guess. But and then your privacy, obviously. So just work through them. For me, what you're comfortable with, turn a few on and see how you like it, and then you can always turn more on, right? But making sure your posts get out there and
One
making
thing I want to make sure that you guys hide your likes, so things you like, and hide your group you belong to, because that could be a total giveaway. If I can screen share and show that, unless you know where that is, Lauren.
It is, and I did do it. So
under account settings or privacy?
No,
no, it's right.
No,
I'm going.
Sorry,
I'm going. It's just slow.
Oh.
So on my timeline, if it ever loads, now I'll be able to see them, but when you go through, when you scroll down the left-hand side, all of a sudden, all of your, now you can see, I can see them because I'm in my page, right? But, so photos are there, and then as you keep scrolling down that left side, you have
sorry, there's something else. You can go into any of your photos and make them private if you have some that you don't want people to see. So you can do individually in your photos and albums, but go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, so each one of these, so videos, whatever, they all have little, see this little pencil?
Yeah.
So if you click that, you can edit it.
Okay.
And you can manage it, you can hide it.
So you want to hide it, hide your likes, hide your groups.
So it's gone. Right?
Groups as well, right, Stephanie?
Yeah, I think
yeah.
groups as well, because I mean our group is private, so it's not going to show up. But there are Isagenix groups. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but they're public. So if you belong to any of those, your friends will right away see, oh, they're in Isagenix, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likes and activity I have hidden as well.
Yeah.
So are you about done with your section?
I am. I'm trying to be respectful. Yeah. I mean, I was trying not to overload.
I like it all.
If anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll be happy to help.
I think I'll be calling you, Lauren.
No worries.
And if anyone needs to jump off, go ahead. But there were a couple more things I wanted to share.
Absolutely.
And that is, anyone interested in learning how to get more friends on Facebook?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
My screen just went totally black. Okay, here we go. All right, so.
There, I stopped share.
All right. Okay, so if you guys go to your friends section on your own profile, and that's, by the way, where you can hide your friends list, but find friends. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you can then import from Skype,
Yep.
from your contacts, from your emails, from your Yahoo account. And that's amazing. That could dramatically grow your friend list if you haven't connected with everyone who's in your contact list.
Yep.
Okay.
So the other thing that, and I do it on my phone usually, is every evening I kind of will go through the news feed, and it is slow, isn't it?
Yeah. That's because there's 1.3 billion people on it.
Yeah. And Facebook usually, and it usually pops up more later in the evening. It's really interesting. Is it's not. It's in a different place. Sorry, on your phone as you're scrolling through your news feed on your phone. Do you guys ever see the friends you may know or people you may know?
Yes.
Okay, I always look at those, and if they're not in Isagenix, I'll look at their profile, I'll look at their about section, and if there's someone I want to connect with, I click on add friend, if we have common friends. And about 80% of them will respond by accepting the request. And because Facebook is making that suggestion, it's not like you're just randomly going and friending a bunch of people and you're going to get put in Facebook jail. So I've very successfully really increased. Actually, I was just really shocked to see how many friends I have, and of course a bunch of pending friend requests. You didn't talk about not accepting Isagenix people as friends?
No, because I was trying to be respectful of time.
Yeah, but that's a really important one, you guys. I know people on our team who their whole newsfeed is all filled with Isagenix people, not on our team. So you're going to have a hard time connecting with others if all you see is posts from Isagenix people. So here's a cool thing too. If you're seeing posts that you don't really want to see, maybe, let's say you have one of those friends who's a total negative Nelly, like look at this one, Joe, all the time, negative, negative, negative. So this little
unfollow.
See this little arrow? You don't have to unfriend someone, but you can unfollow, and that means it's not.
Do that right away.
I'm not going to do it, of course, but it's not going to show up in your newsfeed anymore. The other thing I would recommend, anyone you enroll or who enrolls on your team, do this. Turn on notifications. Oh, sorry, that's for the post. When you go to that person, when you have a newbie, you want to keep an eye on them. So click on the friends section and put get notifications. So every post Joe makes, I get notified of it. Whether it shows up, like if I happen to miss it in my newsfeed, it's going to show up here in my notifications. You can also use lists. That's going to be another training, suggest friends, etc. So get notifications. Make sure you're getting notifications for everyone on your team. Certainly, at least you're personally enrolled. That way, you can see if they're making posts that maybe aren't appropriate, or they're starting to post the word Isagenix or that kind of thing. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. And then you guys know about graph search.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say we have a great event coming up in San Diego, celebration. So you could put my friends who live in San Diego. Now you can do the same thing. You could do my friends who are fitness trainers, friends of friends who are into fitness. There are all kinds of ways you can use this graph search. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So definitely, is everyone going to import their friends list? So see, now it's going to show me all my friends who live in San Diego. And that's pretty cool. Or people who posted about San Diego.
That's cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So Facebook is a great, great, great tool.
Yeah.
Half the stuff I've never even tried to adjust.
Yeah.
No, neither. I know. I'm the same way, Joseph.
The other thing that's cool that a lot of people aren't using is, and some people get annoyed by it, but hashtags are another cool one. And sometimes you can look at the trending. Do you guys ever see this trending? You guys ever look at that?
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
So you can see if there's anything trending that's interesting that you could work into a post. Well, let's see. Nothing negative, obviously, but sometimes something cool is trending and you can hashtag one of your posts if it's relevant. So the example Corey Kinnear gave is, The Walking Dead was a big show, trending, and she made a post about energy. You ever feel like hashtag The Walking Dead? And then something, I used to feel that way too, etc. Well, that post is immediately in the trending section.
Sure. Yep.
So hashtag would be good. And then post times, did he talk about that?
Not yet. I have so many modules to do yet.
Okay. So posting times, you guys, there are certain times that everyone says it's the time to post. And it really is, when is your Facebook busy? And you can tell that by, look right here. See, this isn't very busy right now. It's not a busy time. During a busy time, this would be just scrolling like crazy. So you want to make a post when you know your Facebook is busy. Some of the busiest times tend to be early in the morning, like 7:30-ish, 7 to 8, 8:30. Around lunchtime, people tend to check Facebook. And then after the kids are in bed, also tends to be a busy time. So you can kind of gauge from your posts. For example, if you see one that got a lot of activity, like, that's not a ton of likes. So if it's something's getting a lot of likes, look at, well, what time was that at? 11 hours ago. But that post initially was unfortunately set have it public. So
yeah.
So check on that. Interactive post, you guys. This whole thing I've been doing with the gratitudes. Look at how many comments that's getting. That's driving me into the algorithms of Facebook as someone who's relevant, because I'm getting a lot of comments. So doing the things like, on a Friday, hey, whatever everyone's weekend plans, or around holidays, what's your favorite side dish at Thanksgiving? Just think that people are going to answer. Favorite movie of all time. Anything that people will participate in. This one's been phenomenal.
The letters.
The letters. Yeah.
And you got a whole month yet. You got a whole month of them done.
Yeah.
And Stephanie, where do you normally source? I'm just going to ask you, where do you normally source these great sort of like inspirational posts and things like that? Where are you finding those to post on Facebook?
Usually from other people. Truly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
all right.
I find stuff on Pinterest too. There's a lot of. I go on Pinterest a lot and get
Pinterest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I found a really, really neat thing. Google. If you actually go to Google on their main page, they have a link that says images. And you click on that and you can type in anything and you'll get them from all over. And I find when it's on Pinterest, I cannot save them properly. Like, I have to keep emailing them to myself. It's such a pain. And the Google images are beautiful. You just right click, save as, and done.
Yeah.
I also get a lot off of Instagram as well.
Instagram. Okay.
Instagram is, again, tough to save on, I find.
Yeah, some stuff, it depends on, because I've got a lot of like athletes and that kind of stuff on mine, but I haven't had too much trouble, to be honest.
No, I know, but you can't just straight save a picture. You have to screen capture it.
Oh, right. Yeah, you have to screen capture it.
Yeah. So you guys know, if you see a picture you like on a Facebook post on your phone, you open the picture, hold your finger on it, and then it'll give you the option to save it to your own camera roll.
Right.
Cool. Anyway, we've gone a little over time, so takeaways and questions. And if anyone needs to leave, thank you for joining.
I have one comment.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Has anybody shared on LinkedIn?
Sorry?
What's that?
Has it? You know the site LinkedIn, where it's like a job search site. Do you put that you're in Isagenix on your profile on that?
No.
Okay.
I haven't yet. That's one of my trainings. I'm finishing up Facebook, and then I moved to LinkedIn, and then I'm going to move to Twitter, because I've got all three options with my training. So I'm going to do all three. So, and I have probably 3 times as many people on my LinkedIn page that I do on my Facebook page. That's a big, and if you look at it, first, second, third degree friends, you're talking tons and tons and millions of people.
The general training I've gotten from Isagenix Millionaires is that until you're a 6-figure earner or an Isagenix millionaire, not to put Isagenix on any of your profiles.
Yeah, that would mean.
And so I'm at that point that I am going to, I don't know, I'm still debating, because I know people are at that point of they're looking for Isogenics, but that's what I have my Isogenics local page for. I have my Calgary Isogenics and my Scottsdale Isogenics page. So I don't know. I might start a little bit here and there more doing that, but it's certainly not when people are starting out and you're trying to create curiosity. Because if you make a great post like, oh, wow, look at my before and after picture, and they look at your, oh, she's with Isogenics, if they're able to see that on your page, they're going to go to Google. They're not going to ask you necessarily. They might, but they might not as well. So,
right. And thank you, everybody. Just one more comment. I ordered a book through the Isogenics site from Sound Concept. I was looking for Facebooking information, and that come up. It was, I don't know, $11, under $20 anyways. So, like how to Facebook effectively. So that will get here next week. I know I could Google all that information, but I like to have it in a book. So
is that the title of the book?
Facebooking effectively, I think it was called.
who wrote it? Do you know?
Let me go back to my order form here.
I think I saw that in the back office. Yeah.
Okay, anyone else?
It's called Network Marketing for Facebook.
Just who wrote it?
I don't know. I didn't have to look a little more for that. But it was under the Isogenics site that took me to Sound Concepts to order it.
Okay.
Awesome.
It'll be interesting to see. I always like to see who wrote a book, and I go look on their Facebook and see what they're up to, because there are lots of people out there who are experts, and they've even been on stage training, and then you go there and you think, okay, they have 2 likes on their on every comment.
Well, that's why I trusted Isogenics. Like, they suggested to buy this, so
yeah. Well, I'm sure it'll be great. You'll get to share more goodies with us. Okay, any other questions, takeaways?
I have a question.
Yes.
And I want to thank Gina for her post. I tend to copy a lot of her posts. I want to thank her publicly. And one question, how do I share my screen?
From here?
Like if I was trying to, since now I'm in exile here where I live now, if I want to help my people out and I want to share my screen like you all did, how do I do that?
At the very bottom on mine, I'm on a Mac, so are you. So on the very bottom, if you hover your mouse to the bottom, there it says share screen, audio settings, invite, manage.
It does say, but I have to get them on Zoom.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not a normal plain old sharing. Okay, very good.
Got that. There are other ways certainly to do that are also free. So if you need, Zoom is free for, I think, up to a 20 or 30-minute call. Zoom is free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you guys, let's show Lauren some love. What did you learn before we wrap it up? Any takeaways and ahas?
I had my big aha and takeaway is definitely the privacy settings on Facebook. That all helped a lot. I was actually doing it on my mobile while we were while she was going through it, so that helps me out a lot. Because some of that, I know you've mentioned some of it in the past stuff, but a lot of it I forget. You know what I mean? Like I'll do it, and then you're burning through information like fast. I'm like, okay, I didn't quite catch all that. Maybe I'm too slow, but it helped doing the kind of the webinar thing. That was a huge help. So I changed things while we were going through it.
Awesome.
Thanks.
That was really good.
Anyone else?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lauren. I think I definitely agree with Joe. I was trying to do it on my mobile at the same time. I thought, oh my goodness, forget about it. I think I have to really take a look at it.
Yeah.
And I will definitely probably be calling you so we can go through.
No worries. I'm here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'll be doing the same thing, Lauren. Thanks. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm here, so reach out. That's what I'm here for.
Lauren, I have a quick question. Do you know about if you block somebody from your Facebook page, if you make posts public, are they able to comment or leave remarks if they're blocked from your profile?
That's a great question.
No.
When you block somebody, they're blocked from seeing your posts. They can't comment or anything.
You can't see
Excellent.
them. You can't even see them either.
Okay.
That's right.
So even
Fantastic.
like I know, yeah, because I know like John's, like the boy's mother is blocked, and the kids we're constantly on Facebook with the kids, and we cannot see anything. If she's commenting on their post, we can't see it.
Okay. Good
Good.
to know.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So, Lauren, I'm just really impressed that you put together an awesome presentation today. So thank you for being willing. It was great information.
That quickly, yeah.
Awesome.
All right, and next week, guys, it's going to be just, I may be in Colorado, so, and I don't know if Lauren Raymond has something planned for me on Tuesday evening or not, but the next call we were going to be doing is just kind of a roundtable. Come with your questions, come with the, you know, if we need tweaking some of the Facebook stuff, whatever, and it's just going to be a little nice casual roundtable with information that you guys are seeking.
Awesome.
All right.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Lauren. Great
Bye,
job.
everybody.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome. Good night.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Stephanie. Good night.